Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you glitches that work throughout all of Roblox as long as R6 is enabled. If you don't know what R6 is, basically it's an avatar type like the one in Tycoon 2 where your joints only move in specific places. Anyways, for all of these glitches you're going to need shift lock on, and to turn that on you can either press escape or click this thing up in the corner. From there, navigate to settings and make sure shift lock switch is turned on. You can change it just by clicking it. What shift lock does is when you press shift, your character locks to your camera. Anyways, a quick disclaimer before we get into the glitches that these only work on PC. On mobile, some of them can work as you have to replace shift lock with zooming in, and on console you can't type things in chat, so you can't do some of the glitches I have here. These first ones aren't really glitches, but they're cool things you can do on ladders. The first glitch is ladder hopping. As you see, I'm here on the ladder and I want to get to the start. So what I'm gonna do is tap W and then click space to get on top. Another way of doing this would be to turn your camera sideways and flick like so. I'll explain flicking a bit more later. And the final way is to turn sideways, press shift, space, and A at the same time to hop on the ladder that way. Ladder transferring uses the same glitch but a little differently. The first method of doing this is looking through your character, pressing jump and then shift W at the same time, like so. The second way uses another method of ladder hopping where you shift, hold D and space at the same time, and this way makes you go much higher. Similarly to the third method of ladder hopping, when doing a stick out or wrap on a ladder, you need to line your camera up, press D, space, and shift at the same time to flick off the ladder and then grab the next one. Now it's time for some clips. In the bottom right hand corner you'll see an indicator showing how many units you can clip through using the glitch. To start off, we have the thin laugh clip, not to be confused with the normal laugh clip. For this you have to go up against the wall, press space, and then type /E laugh. Then when you're farthest back in your animation, click shift and you'll go through the wall. Now it's time for dance clipping. Press against the wall and then press space. Turn your camera sideways like so and type /E dance 2. Then when your animation is farthest over, press shift and you'll go through the wall. Another method of doing this is pressing yourself against the wall and turning slightly and then doing what we did last time. Now it's time for the corner clip. The first method of this clip requires you to go up against the wall and put your cursor exactly in the middle of both of the walls. Then zoom out a bit, turn your camera inwards and press shift, and you'll go through the wall. The second and more efficient method is to go sideways against the wall and turn slightly and then shift. This way is more finicky though. Now it's time for wall corner clipping. For this you have to use the second method talked about last time. Note that this only works if the surface you're clipping through goes through the wall. Next up is flat wall clipping. For this you're going to need two walls the exact same size right next to each other. Start by pressing W against the wall with your cursor in the middle. Then zoom out a bit, turn around and press shift. Additionally, you can do it the other way mentioned where you go with your side first, however it's a lot harder to line yourself up when doing this. Next up is the glitch wrap, which is one of the cooler glitches unless you're playing Tower of Glitching and Healing. Anyways, for this I'm using utility vehicles because you need a surface long enough to stretch the entire length. As you see, there's no way I can make this jump normally, but by simply corner clipping into the wall while pressing jump and holding a key at the same time will propel me through the wall. To start, line yourself up the same way you wall corner clip, then turn around and shift, space, and hold D at the same time until you're on the platform. Wow, that was a lot of glitches. Anyways, let's get on to wall hopping. There are two types of wall hopping, horizontal and vertical, which I will discuss right now. To start off a wall hop, you need to learn how to flick your camera to the side about 30 degrees. Then space, hold W, and flick as you go up the hop. When horizontal wall hopping, you need to do the same thing, but you need to keep your camera turned outwards for longer so that you move along the wall. This is much harder than vertical wall hopping as you have to time your jumps perfectly. Now time for the last glitch, the lodge. To do this, jump, hold D, and turn your camera so that you lodge yourself in between two parts. From there, hold W and wiggle yourself a little bit if you get stuck. And that's going to be it for all the glitches. If you want to practice these, you can either join the game, link in the description, which I have all of these glitches laid out for you, or you can build them in Lumber Tycoon 2, although some of them might be difficult like the lodge, so I recommend just practicing that in a practice game. Anyways, this is going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye.